So here we have our next problem, which is my lower tailgate and upper tailgate not closing properly. And what you'll see is the speed of the lower tailgate going up doesn't seem to be fast enough. However, if I do help it up, it will close. So that works fine. And the usual problem with this, sometimes it comes down and sometimes it doesn't. And if we put this up independently, you'll notice that it stops and you get this clicking sound. I'll listen to that again. So you hear that click. You can do it manually. So close the top one, works fine, but really annoying. Let's try that again. The bottom one opens fine. So hear it click. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose the lower tailgate actuator and see what I need to do to either lubricate it or something. So we have already replaced this wiring loom in here a few months ago. I just need to check the actuator and see how it looks, see if it's lubricated, and we will also check another car to see the speed of that and how that's going up in how fast the lower tailgate is going up to allow the upper one to stop, because the upper tailgate is going to stop because that's not coming up quick enough. So let's get that stripped down and see how we get on looking on the inside of that. Let's see if we can fix this. The first thing we need to do is to, let's see if I can get that in there, is to remove these two small clips in here. There's one at each side. I pop them open and I take these plastic bits off. So just get these wee bits out. That's it. Like so. Always remember to put these wee back. I always forget how to put these wee bits back in again. So I'll put you over there and we shall do the other one. It's just a matter of getting a wee screwdriver in there. It should pop out. Looks like it, another bit there. Yeah, I think these bits pop out. Okay. I think that comes out there. So they're just held in with hoppers here. I'll put that up, want you to see that. So there's like one broken one that just pop that on to that. And we shall put you in there. So to let you see, we've got the wiring loom coming in here. This bit here, it comes under there. I've probably had that off. I've probably had this off. So I'm going to try and take this off. So what you have is this, I'm not sure how well we can see that on there. There's the black thing with a connection on the end. It is the actuator, which is this thing here, and it pulls this arm, and that arm there goes to here and lifts the tailgate up. My suspicion is that this actuator is weakened over time. I just can't figure out where the clicks are coming from, so I'm going to have a go at trying to make it click. And there is the other end of the actuator with the ball joint on it. See it sitting here? And that's the cable. So I think this is just on by these two clips here. Sorry, that one clip and that one down there. It's quite an awkward thing to get to because you can't really take this cover off. I dare say you could take the whole tailgate off and mess about with it, but for our purposes, I think I would like to take that off, that little bracket which attaches to here with a couple of bolts. That's in there, that's the tailgate bolt, but you can buy that whole thing. So these two bolts here allow us to take that off, and take that off, and hopefully we will be able to get that out, check it, look at the cables and see where we go from there. I'm looking at this bit here. I want to take that off because I'd found a small cable that runs away in the back there. I don't know if you can see that. This cable here actually comes out over here, and if you try and look at that, where that cable goes, it's there. And to me, that, if I remember correctly, having this off in the past, is a sensor along here, and it's sensing, I think, when the door is closed against this. So there'll be one on each side, that sensor there, and it must be pressing as the tailgate's closing to tell it it's closed. So interesting. I can feel that clicking. And these wires are not the best. You can see that, oh, the plastic covering from the wire comes off, and that's what's pulling it up, whereas in the old L322 these were much more robust than that, just a wee bit gangly for me, so there. So I wonder if we take these bolts off here, releases that. That allows me to get in there to release that. Okay. So the plan is I could effectively take this off. So that's where that's bolted onto. I shall clean that up. Screwdriver. So these should pop off there. If you can get that little clip off here. Like so. And there we have that. So it's a bit on the dirty side. It's probably more lubrication I've been putting on over time. And that, I'll put that little clip back on there again. There is 2 bolts down here, but I'm going to leave them on now to try and manoeuvre this. Then I'll be able to take that out and get it out over here so we can get these cleaned. So a wee torch. See that? That's the bit I'm trying to get off. So it's a matter of pulling that clip up and hopefully pop that off. And do the same the other side. So it moved there, definitely moved. Now, pop that up there. There you go, it's popped off. Probably didn't see that. So I've got these 2 bolts, not sure. Yeah, I think they're these 2 bolts back here. And it's this one down here. That's me pulling it off from in there. One, and the other one is probably now let's see if I can get that out of here. So that's the part there, which is sitting like that inside. I think that's the part number for it. I don't know if you can see that. And as the actuator pulls on this here, it's pushing that and pulling the lower tailgate up. It looks okay. There is another actual clip on that. We'll get that up and cleaned. We'll put you in there for now. So the next stage is to see if I can remove the other part of the actuator, which is sitting in there. You can see that there, my finger is. Same scenario, it's sitting on a ball then as well. I wonder if I could just pop that off. If I could see it there. There you go, that's it off. So you've probably never seen that. I'm now going to disconnect this connector. That's able to come out there. There we have the lower tailgate actuator, and it sits in like this. That one goes on upside down like that, and this one goes down, and you will see the wee clips here which are Better be careful that I don't lose, because knowing me it'll drop. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a clean. Some degreaser. Got that right in the face here. Okay. That looks actually alright. This bit here. Off that time. Now, I wonder if that comes out, that rubber boot. I'll probably never get that back in again. There you go. So that's that part. Rubber boot there. So you can see that part's sitting in, that's sitting at the back of the lower tailgate. It's bolted in here. That bit's going through there. This bit here is riding on that there, so that's going through there like that. That bit there, that's the back of it, is going on here, and the other bit here clips up onto the actual frame of the tailgate. So I'll give this a wee quickie spray, hoping to avoid my face this time. So it's a different size, that's it. Yeah. Does that look broke? I think it does. Let's try and get that clip off. That looks broke. I think maybe, I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see if I can focus in on that. Maybe get a bit of light on it as well. That is actually broken there. If you look at that side, you'll see the slot on it. That slot's there for the wee clip. And that bit looks as if it's sheared off. Yeah. Interesting. Just to compare, let's see if I can get that in focus. You see that bit where the clip goes? So you can see that bit where the clip goes at each side. The other bit's broken from that. And that's the wee bit here that pops out there and connects to the body of the car. And maybe that being broken, it's jumping or not catching as effectively as it should be. Everything else seems to be looking okay. I think now that I've got that off, I shall order a new one of these, because I suspect that that will be very worn. Not even a part number on that. I can see anything from that, so I'll have to do a wee bit of research on that to see. I wouldn't suspect that you're going to be able to buy this bit separately. I would suspect you have to buy the whole thing, and that does seem a wee bit floppy there. See that? It's just riveted on. So, whilst out cleaning the car with the degreaser, there is the bit that seems to have been broken off. That's the wee bit from this side here. It's just broken, so that should have been on there. So interesting, it's actually, I don't know how well you can see that, if I can hold it properly. Let's see. So there, it's there. Focus. And that's the bit that comes off. It has broken off the other side of that. You can see where that bit there would have been in there, obviously under the clip. So there, confirmed it's broken. And we'll now clean up and rebuild and see how we go on, and see if that makes a difference with this small. I suspect that will be okay. I'd just like to hear what that clicking sound is. Maybe the clicking sound is the ball actually catching on this clip. That might have been that click as the clip moves and springs back into position again. I suspect that's what the clicking sound will be. So I'll give this a bit of a clean. I'm now going to try and install this back in here, which will be fun. Remember how we got it out. There we are. Raymond, this is the correct span here. Where these two bolts went through there. Sorry about that. I wonder if I should just leave that, because I need to get the actuator in there and I think I need to be able to move this. So, okay, so a wee bit of lubricant in here and here, that's going in that way, connecting into there, popping up on there, 2 clips are in position. Let's see how easy this is. So I'm trying to get, let's see if I can see that bit there, on that knuckle up there. I can't get it to stretch, because that bit there is very tight as it is already. That's the first time that's worked for a long time. Still don't think it's right though. It worked. I think there's something wrong with this here. This is catching it. Not sure how you can see that. Let me try and video that. I see what's happening. Let me get a wee screwdriver. Let's see if I can position that torch there. So, if you notice, this part here has been stripped of all the plastic. And then it's coming off there, and when you lift that, that bit's catching right on the edge of that part there, see it? And that might be enough to strain the wire, which it is doing. I wonder if I can get that wire out of there and fix that part of it. That's definitely, you can definitely see it catching. So if I try, I'll put you over there. I'm going to try and press the button here. Definitely seen it. So I think I'll do a bit of research into looking into there. Let's see if we can see that in there. That bolt there is holding on this tube, which ends about here. It's the only thing I think I can feel that's holding that on. And would that allow me to bring the wire out? So I think the end of that tube must be bolted on the inside of that tube. So I've done a wee bit more looking into this about this wire. So this wire is going into there, so I'm going to take this panel off, which I think just pops off. I think there's a tab in there. There you go, so there's a wee tab there, It's into that slot. That bit comes off. That's where the water's running down and down here. And this panel here comes off. So that's held on with a wee clip down here. If we follow the wire, that wire's stable in there and it's got a wee pivot on that. Pop that wire off if you were going to replace it. And down here there's a bolt there that holds this part on, and there's a bolt you can see in there. So I'm going to take these two bolts off. I would have thought you could buy this wire and see how that bit comes out there. Only worry is getting that back on again. Tilt that a wee bit. Take the clip off. It must be sprung inside there. Now I should be able to get that off. That's a big spring. Get a 8mm. So there it is. That looks like the part number. That's the spring, so I'd imagine that all comes as one unit. I wouldn't have thought you could take that off. There's a wee end part on it. That's sitting in like that. I shall look up that part number. I'm assuming that's the part number. I would imagine they're left and right handed, so there'll be two different ones. Cool. Cool. So, it seems to be working for now. I'll need to try and get some more of these wires if we can source them, as I have no doubt that in time these wires are going to catch again. I'm going to get a new actuator, try and source these, and we'll take it from there.